stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry here for Robinson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Ritter from the gun. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That was a first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. $12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 38. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The Bears at 11-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Patterson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Second and a couple. Here's Patterson again. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, here's Ritter. A throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On second down, a run with Patterson. He'll hit out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That burst good for 20 and a first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Tru2 to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Touchdown, Chicago! Robert Tonyan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now Ritter to throw on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. You look at this Bears defense. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season. But if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Third and 4. Third down, here's Patterson. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. They pick up a 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation. I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed.
but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Ritter looking to throw here on fourth. Short throw caught by Pitts. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Following the touchdown, here's Tru2 to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And caught it up! And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They run it on first with Foreman. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play. They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Out of the gun, Fields. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Here we go, slide.
This now a 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be Falcon football.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll go again with Patterson. he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Patterson running between the tackles. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 33-yard line.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now with a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
At the 44-yard line.
Here we go.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Fields now to throw. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here we go.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Bears going to call it a first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Koo now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
This could be the turning point, baby.
Bring it home, boys. We got this.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Fields. That is caught. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To the air again, Fields. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
This time they stay on the ground, and he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
It's all about teamwork. Big play here. Big play. Big play. Come on. It's about time.
Now here's Trenton Gill now.
Pick it up.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Bears 7.
Stop him at the 10. In them deep. In front of you.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A run by Foreman to start the drive. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Foreman's going to get it again on second down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Don't let us down.
Now Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lewis. First target, first catch, and a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 56 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw, Fields. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Fields. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They begin the drive with Robinson. Breaks through the contact. There he goes, right side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw is Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Again, Patterson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
All right, let's control the trenches.
Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Fields. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw. Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Tyler Scott with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Fields trying to throw for it. Flush to his right, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. A right side run with Patterson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 96 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brent, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. 3rd and short, Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Patterson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Watch out now. 50 series. Ready?
Once more, they turn to Patterson. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Algier will try to pick it up. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Give the ball to him.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Chicago Bears. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And off running left, Foreman. And he takes us up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here we go, son.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Again, it's Foreman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up
Foreman will try to pick it up. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. But what a performance.